Okay, you guys, welcome back to Janie's Crazy Life. Janie's boring life right now. Well, it's not totally boring. I am entertaining myself. I am occupying myself. And I guess if you can entertain and occupy yourself, I'm not really talking to myself unless I do something stupid. I go, well, that was stupid, wasn't it? But I mean, I'm not really talking to myself. And I don't think I'm referring to myself in the third person. Like, I'm not having a conversation with me, myself, or I. And me, myself are not talking about I. Or me and I are not talking about myself. You know what I'm saying. So, because I'm always joking around with the husband saying, me, myself, and I think I'm wonderful and we get along great. But okay, that's another story, okay, of my insanity. But I'm occupying myself with playing with the CDs that you guys saw I got. I am turning them into things. And last night, after I sat here in the art studio and rolled 350 some corrugated paper beads, which I told you guys I would keep you involved in what I'm doing. See, that's 350 some beads that still need to be glazed and strung up. Those are the ones that are going to go into the boxes I'm going to sell of beads. I don't know if they'll sell or not, but what the heck. I got nothing else to do. And I'm not harming anybody in the process. But I made these last night. I still had to clean up the edges and punch a hole in them and turn them into earrings and do something with the back because it's a piece of a CD. Now that's okay. That back's okay. That back's not too bad. That's livable. But I'm about to cut another one up. I just microwaved this one. I'm about to cut it up. But the little pink on these is actually clear pony beads, and that's a metallic pony bead. I'm not sure if I'm happy about the metallic, but that's okay. But I'm going to, I need a grinder, like a coffee grinder. I'm very interested in fusing glass and stuff, but, how do I put this? I'm a craft hoarder, and if I get myself involved in the project, another art form, like glass, melting glass, fusing glass, blowing glass, making beads out of glass, I'm going to spend a fortune, okay? Let me be honest. I'm going to spend a fortune, and I make things and I take them to events, but I don't care how cheap I price them. They don't sell. I price them high, I price them low, I price them in the middle. People just don't buy in my area. It's just the way life goes. But I have fun doing it, and that's all that matters. As long as it's fun doing it, I'll do it. When it becomes a job, it won't be fun. So, I'm afraid. I look every now and then at stuff to buy to start getting involved in the fusing glass, and then I tell myself, no. We went to Hobby Lobby the other day, and they had the sheets of the glass, and it'd be fine if I would just buy a kit with the beginning stuff in it and give it a try and see how I like it. But I won't do that. I know me. I want to buy every freaking color of the sheets of glass, and that will add up. And honestly, I don't know if it's, I don't think I should spend the money. I mean, I like to try so many different things, and I like to master a craft. I may not perfect it, but I may master the technique. So I like to try new crafts and new art forms, and I like to see how they're done, and I like to do them. But I sometimes, that's what I do. I figure it out, and then I'm like, okay, I figured that out. What's the next challenge? So that was like knitting and crochet. I knitted and crocheted, and it took me forever to learn how to do it. And then I knitted myself a granny square blanket, and I was trying to do a corner to corner. If anybody knows what a corner to corner is, basically when you're done, it looks like a triangle. And I said I could only go up to one corners, so no, it looks like a diamond. I could only get to the triangle, and then I was like, I don't know how to get back down to the other end to make it a diamond. and I gave up, and I made 2 triangles, sewed them together by hand, and had a poncho. I was done. So I mastered being able to do it. Can I teach you how to crochet and knit? No, I can't. I mastered doing the loom knitting several years back, and I made all kinds of things on it. It was more challenging because, like, can I make this? Can I make that? Because as a knitter and crochet, you can do a lot more. But I was like, oh, there's a will, there's a way, and I figured it out, and I did. I made a lot of different kinds of stuff: purses, slippers, fingerless gloves, you name it. Ponchos, shawls, blankets, lap robes. I made all kinds of things. I mastered it. I perfected it. I make hats now for cancer patients, but that's another thing too. But the CD thing and the paper beads. I have been doing paper beads forever. And I can make them, I can glaze them, I have bunches of them, I make jewelry out of them. But when I started doing the paper beads, I did them because I enjoy making the paper beads. The jewelry wasn't because I had paper beads, I made the jewelry. I liked beading a little bit, and I have a crap load of beads, and a crap load of paper beads, but I make jewelry because I make the items that can be turned into jewelry. I find the process of making or recycling to make them into jewelry, I find that in between process, I'm going to say the recipe part, I find that to be fun. Like, this was like, let me try this idea kind of thing. And I really wish y'all could see it better than it is, because it looks better in person than it does on the camera. When these came out of the oven last night, they made me think of like crystal diamonds, this clear part, and then the pink in the middle. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so in love with this idea of doing this. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what I've been trying to achieve, more so than what I was doing the other tiles with the CDs. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy with those, but this is kind of what I was trying to do. Makes me think of, and I've said it before, makes me think of glass enamel kind of thing. This is when I wish my mom was here. I wish she could have been here last night when I pulled these out of the oven, and she could have shared the moment with me when they came out, because she would have been like, you know what that makes me think of? And she would have told me about her days in college. Sorry about this, guys. She would tell me about her days in college when she did like glass enamel work. So this would have taken her back. And this is exactly what this whole CD thing has reminded me of, is pieces that I believe I have of hers. Not a lot, but a couple pieces of enamel work or glass work that she did when she was in college. I think there's a couple pieces of jewelry. I think there's a pin and something else. But this is what that makes me think of. This. So I'm very, 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 I'm working on that. So that's what I've been doing. I went to the Wally Mart to go get a coffee grinder, because I'm going to, in the center here is pony beads. That's a metallic pony bead, those clear ones. I thought I could do some major incredible stuff with it if I could grind up the pony beads. Well, there's no thrift stores open to go find a used coffee grinder, because in the past when I've done eggshell work, yes, I said eggshell work, I have ground up the eggshell in a coffee grinder. I know some people were showing how you could grind up glass with using a glass in a like a bullet, but I don't want to spend that kind of money, and my gut tells me to go with the coffee grinder. And unfortunately, I had to buy a new one, and unfortunately, because of the world we live in now, you can't go to the store and see 5-6 different kind and choose. Walmart only had one kind, so I was limited to a Hamilton Beach with fancy dial on it. I'm just used to putting the coffee grinders in there, turning it, and boom, you'd be done. But now I get a choice between coarse, medium, and fine. Woohoo! I got a fancy smancy coffee grinder. I got a fancier coffee grinder for this than what I had when I used to grind coffee beans, when I used to drink coffee. Whoo, my crafting has moved up in the world. That's all I can say. So, oh, and it's got a fancy hideaway cord thing. Woohoo! We're just moving right up in this world here. I don't know what that is. Press. Oh, and it comes with a brush to clean them. I think they all come with a brush to clean them. So, needless to say, oh, I hope this works. I hope that this grinds up my pony beads. So that's what I've been getting myself into trouble. What kind of trouble I've been getting into. I can't get in too much. And I didn't feel like really going out. Because I still am having some pain. But once I get a pill in, you know, extra strength Tylenol or ibuprofen pill in, I feel much better. But, I'm going to grind up some pony beans. I know that's not what normal people do. I know that's not. But I figured if people can grind up glass, I can grind up pony beans. So, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I mean, life's been a little bit boring. I mean, it's been nice. It was nice to get out the other day with the kids. I spent the other day running around with the kids for a minute. But I hope everybody's being safe out there. I really do. I hope you guys are all finding things to do with your time. My son's outside mowing. I asked him to mow. Normally I mow. I enjoy mowing, but I just don't want to pull a muscle. And the reason why is because we have a lot of oak trees, and sometimes you get going underneath one of them and there's a spider web hanging, and they look like crab spiders, like little crabs. And I have moved all kinds of different ways when I've gone underneath a limb and a crab spider has been there. I have moved in directions I didn't know I could move, but I have done it. But so I asked him if he would mow for a little bit. You don't have to do it all. I'm on like almost 3 acres, so you don't have to do it all in one sitting, but it'd be nice to get a lot of it done. But no, I'm gonna work. I can't wait to play with this stuff more. I'm thinking about painting the backside. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. Well, I guess I've just rambled at you guys about what I'm doing lately. You know, basically. I've not pulled out. I got the metal detectors. I've not pulled them out yet because I'm not bored enough to do that yet. Because someone's like, Bevels was asking me about the metal detectors. I said, I'm holding on until I'm totally bored. And I got nothing to do at all. I'm holding on to do that because if things had been different, I'd be in Kentucky right now. I'd be in Kentucky right now. But things aren't different, so I'm not. So, alright, I guess I'll let you guys go for now. And I'll let you know what else we get into. We're not getting into a whole lot of anything. I might fix dinner tonight. I might cook dinner. I might actually cook something. Not just pull something out of the freezer already cooked and heat it up. I might actually cook. I'm thinking. I'm not going to tell the husband because I don't want to get him excited. If I do cook, maybe I'll share it with you guys. Okay? So, in case I don't share it with you guys, I'm going to say like and subscribe. And if you don't like my videos, I'm sorry. Enjoy the craziness of life because you might just tell a friend about it. So I'll see y'all in the next video, or I'll show y'all what we're having for dinner later. One or the other. Alright, bye.